Now, the end of week 7 of my challenge to eat less and move more. So how's it going? We were back in the gym yesterday and Carl did a re-evaluation with his team. He has the results here. And before we do that, look at them all. Not a grey hair among them. And there's all still here, keeping the faith and supporting, which is fantastic. Let's get on to the results then. Scores on the doors, as the doc would say. Yeah,
no, great. You've done really, really well, Aidan. We're delighted that you're back on track. I have to say we were a little worried about 2 weeks ago. You hurt your back. You had some pre and post celebrations in Twickenham, which is allowed.
That's a nice way of putting it, yeah.
But you had you've had a really good 7 days, yeah. And we did the test yesterday, and your results are great. In terms of weight, you're down 4 kg, okay, which is 9 pounds. The most important thing, though, is your body fats come down from 33.8% to 28.1%. Okay. So in weight terms, you've actually lost 18 pounds of fat. Right. You've gained 9 pounds of lean weight, which is terrific. But some of the other results, you've exceeded your targets.
You won't be able to get my head out the door now, you know.
Well, we're going to reassess the targets.
Okay.
But you've increased your cardiovascular endurance by over 52%, and you've increased your strength. Like when you first came in, you were able to do 7 push-ups. Yeah. Now we're up to 22 really good push-ups, so that's great.
I think the point to make as well is that for anybody who's at home who's generally unfit or not in any way, shape or form, you know, able to go up a flight of stairs or something, it can be done, and it can be done very easily over a long and sustained period of time.
The key is consistency, Aidan. We keep saying that. It's doing a little bit often makes the difference.
All right. Well, look, let's. I think what we do, rather than me ask the questions this week for a change, maybe we'll throw it open and we start with the doc. Maybe Ray. Sorry, keep going to the doc, Ray, and we move back around. So.
Well, Aidan, I'm delighted with your blood pressure. That's brilliant.
Okay. That was a slight worry, wasn't it?
Yeah. My first question is the feel-good factor. I would reckon that stress-wise, sleep-wise, energy-wise, joie de vivre-wise, I won't get into libido, but how's it going?
It's a very happy home. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty impressive. And some of the tricks that you learn from people with experience is even the smaller portion size, smaller plate. It's good. You know, belt notches gone up a couple of notches, which is great. And if I really squeeze on the jeans, we can go 5 notches, which means maybe a new pair of jeans soon, which is ultimately what it's all about. And then, of course, as we near the challenge on the 8th of May, achieving and getting around that will be a big thing as well.
And you feel more relaxed?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Which enables the rest of the team, so I'm not shouting at them as much. So that's always a positive sign, isn't it?
It definitely is. And that has had an impact on your blood pressure.
Okay.
The overall has dropped your points by, you know, your diastolic is down 10 points. That's happy days. So it's really manifesting the impact this is having. And it's a no-brainer for you now. I remember chatting to you last week, and you're really enjoying it. You're getting a buzz out of it.
Good buzz out of the exercise, which is good. You know, again, thanks to Carl and the team of fitness together, because they really make it interesting and keep you glued. And he's got a range of different trainers who all come at it from different approaches. Maybe we'll save that one for another day. And I suppose, Margot, I mean, you know, you had one of the tough tasks as well, just setting out and prescribing what you'll be eating and what couldn't be eaten. But in fairness, it seems everything's on the table. It's just a matter of being moderate
absolutely. And again, I mean, congratulations. It's fantastic to be at this point. And I equally was worried a couple of weeks ago because, you know, particularly when something like that happens and you kind of feel, oh, what's the point even trying now when I can't exercise, etc. My main question, I suppose, is coming back to things like the pre and post celebrations. Because that, you know, that is very much part of your life, and obviously we had to consider that when we looked at your overall food intake. How have you managed those trips away, those nights out? What sort of coping mechanisms have you brought in?
I cut back on them first and foremost, I suppose, because again, it's back to the moderation and everything, I suppose. And now, you know, instead of going out maybe Friday, Saturday, you go out one of the nights, and you'll have a reasonably enjoyable night. And again, in terms of eating out or takeaway or whatever, it's cut way back. We may even have closed a business or 2 down over the last 8 or 9 weeks, but that's not my worry in that sense, you know. But it gives you a change of approach to things. Even when you're in a supermarket looking at things as we were, you suddenly see things that you wouldn't have bought before. Maybe we'll try that. And you're looking for the healthier option each time, which is always a plus.
And the other big issue we had at the time was lunch, you know, where you literally ran from here into town to do the radio show, and how has that worked out?
Lunch comes with me now in a little plastic box every day in a cooling bag, and it works really well, so I can have total control over that. Whereas before, if you were getting hungry, you'd just take anything. You went into one of the local convenience stores and just pile it up and put it in, and what's tasty, what smells nice when you walk in. To help the consequences. Now it's coming on from the olive, I suppose, properly prepared in advance. Anyway, Tom has given me great help as well. with the menus?
Well, that's what we try to do. We try to give you variety. I suppose for me is, are you using that variety? Are you, you know, are you finding that it's helping you throughout your day and throughout the week of your diet, that you're not getting monotonous and it's not getting dull, which I find personally is a big issue with diets, is they get very monotonous.
The boredom kicks in.
And that's exactly what happens.
Well, I think thanks to Margot and to Alison to a degree, with everything on the table and just being more moderate, it is easier. And come the weekends when you have a bit more time, a little bit of scrambled egg with smoked salmon is quite tasty. You know, when you think of maybe you might have opted for a breakfast roll or something on a Saturday morning out of the car. I mean, the comparison, well, I mean, there's no point in making comparisons anymore. I mean, the smoked salmon and scrambled egg is much tastier for starters, much better for you. So that's good. And we have our menus on the website, so anyone who wants to have a little look at them can go in and sample, and they're not too difficult to put together either, which is good.
But even going back to you, like your spicy food, which we done last week, I don't know if you've looked at that and tried to get that into your diet.
Yeah, in terms of spicy, anything with a butter base is gone if we're buying it in or if we're going out for it, and it's tomato based like a jalfrezi. And in terms of portion control, whereas before there'd be a main course each, now there's one main course, and it's just basically cut in half, and it works.
Well, you've done very well.
It'd be amazing to quickly get used to things when you try something. And Alison, of course, at the start I said that this is something I'm going to need a lot of, and another part of me was very cynical about going into this, and it's been quite refreshing.
Okay, and what have you kind of learned yourself from, like, a diet and exercise point of view, from the mind-body connection, like from, you know, where your mind is at?
Well, I don't look at it as a diet anymore.
Okay.
I look at it as sort of, you know, I've got to go to the gym and I'm enjoying that. It's like, you know, am I going for a game of snooker? Am I going to the gym? I'm going to the gym, and what I get out of that is pretty enjoyable and it's pretty good, and the benefits I can see.
Yeah.
In terms of going out, things that maybe I would have had a look at before, I now look at it in a different light, and you're looking at something and saying, well, I'm not having that because it's basically full of crap. It's not doing me any good. And if I have that and that, I'm not going to be able to get as much out of the workout as I should get. And I think one of the things that we worked on was this goal on the 8th of May, and anyone can do it. It's important to enjoy that, and to enjoy it you need to prepare for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's the way I'd be looking at it. So you happy overall?
I'm very happy with you, Aidan. I mean, my questions would be two questions in one for you. I mean, you've started a new exercise program, which is difficult enough for anybody.
Yeah.
What have you enjoyed about it, and what have you found the most
just
difficult?
Getting back into it, to be honest, because I mean, you know, I was relatively fit up until mid-20s, I suppose. Played a bit of football, did a bit of boxing, whatever, and it's just nice now to be getting back and feeling good and feeling the benefits of it, and realising that actually, you can actually jog. That's our way. You can actually move, and it's to try and bring it to the next level and the level after that.
And what's been tough for you?
Well, I suppose anyone who doesn't go to a gym won't know what I'm talking about. Anyone who goes will. Those bloody lunges. That's been the toughest part of the gym experience. Otherwise, everything is great. The challenge is there to do more of them and make them that bit easier. Yeah,
I mean, a lunge is a very dynamic exercise, but you're managing well.
Listen, you've little legs like me. Anyway, listen, folks, thanks very much. And you're all coming on the challenge, and we're going to talk about your participation in that maybe next time out. How you're getting on your bicycles. We might send a crew or two out with you.
And don't forget Monday, the kayak.
Okay, we're going kayaking on Monday. We're going to film that as well, give you a laugh maybe next Friday. All the advisors here have signed up to undertake the Connemara Challenge. You can come with us too if you like. It's an invigorating adventure in the wilds of the West, which will see us mountain running, cycling and kayaking. Now, it's not a huge competitive element or anything like that. Our idea is to get you around the course. It'll be fun, it'll be enjoyable, it'll be revitalise you. That's what it'll do, I suppose. If you're interested, galeforceevents.com is the website, /Connemara. If you want to register, do so. Enjoy the training programme on our website, and we'll see you there. Also, you can follow on the challenge with my blog and the others. We all have blogs on tv3.ie /IrelandAM. You'll find loads of tips there on how to keep fit, how to motivate yourself, and also how to lose weight from all our advisors.